Roberto, come on, join me on stage, ladies and gentlemen. This is Roberto Arrucha. Yeah, this is how it goes. You know the game, you know the rules, the clicker is yours.
Thank you, guys. Well, my name is Roberto, and thank you so much again, Legend, for the cool introduction and everything. And the challenge is really hard. Let's give a clap to this guy because he's struggling right now. You know?
Yeah.
It requires a lot of courage, man, you know?
Some tequila inside, like. Oh.
Yeah, we should drink the next time before doing this. Okay, guys, thank you so much again. This is me. And in the next 10 minutes, I aim 3 things. Make you feel inspired, entertain you, but I think one of the most important things is also make you feel uncomfortable. And I will explain you why. Because I'm convinced that these 3 things, these 3 feelings, is all what is startup and entrepreneurship about. You will understand it in the next 10 minutes. So as they just say, I'm originally from Mexico, and long story, make it short, I'm not a talented guy. I'm not really a super educated guy. I really consider an average guy. However, I have one of the most amazing skill or talent or gift, put it that way, that God or my parents or my genes provided me, which is curiosity. I'm a super curious guy. And right now I see a lot of faces, and I'm trying to reflect that curiosity right now. I'm trying to guess what you are thinking, what you are feeling. And if I make you feel uncomfortable, that's really great. And as a curious guy, of course, kind of the natural way in my life was becoming an entrepreneur. Being curious, actually, it always leads that way. You need to start your own things. You want to explore. And starting up a business or startup or a project requires a lot of curiosity. And almost 15 years ago, this curiosity brought me to start my first company or my first startup. Do you recognize this phone? I say 15 years ago, but if you recognize this phone and you use it, sorry guys, you are too old as well, you know? Welcome. You are Generation X maybe, like me. And I will play you, even to make you feel even more nostalgic, I will play you one of my favorite ringtones of this phone. Because I bought this phone because it's cool, but you know what? I bought it because it has 10 different ringtones and they sound like this. Technical problems. Oh, no, I have the volume down. It's cool, right? I love it. And if you can see my phone, this phone used to turn on and turn off.
Use the mic.
Around. Sorry. This phone used to turn on and turn off lights around. You remember? It was the coolest thing you can have in your pocket and back to these days. Every time that rings my phone, I was feeling like, oh my God, I have the latest thing in the world. I wanted to show it off every time it sounds. I want my friends call me. I even was planning to start this free toll number so any kind of person can call me. Just I see the phone ringing, It was super cool phone. My friends love it, and I love it. And suddenly we realized, why we don't start a company or a startup that makes ringtone for this phone? And this is the idea behind my first startup and of course my first Fuckup. We decided to build the first startup company specialized in ringtones marketing. And not only this, we wanted to build coupons out of those ringtones. Let's say it that way. If suddenly you want to add a new ringtone in your phone, you will need to add it will need to sound something like this. Okay, well, I try to remember the song of the supermarket, but something like, I don't want to say brands, but something like, hey, ravate, ravate, something ravate, but in your phone, right? So that was our vision. That was our product, or aim. Eventually, guess what happened? We start to design, let's say, the digital infrastructure or the tech infrastructure in order not only to make ringtones, that was the easiest part, but how we are going to distribute them. We came up.
Hello, hello.
It's sounding correct?
This one is working now. I'm sorry.
Sorry, guys. For the ones who are following online, ringtones, coupons, money. That's how we started to planning to start to conquer the world through ringtones, right? So the idea behind this is that we're trying to approach shops and malls and any kind of retail company, and just trying to convince them, hey guys, why instead of providing coupons in the newspaper, you just don't give ringtones to your customers, you know? Every time that customer step in your shop, you send a ringtone, they will love it, and give a coupon of 20% or 30% or 50%. They will love it, you know? They will fall in love with your brand. And we just love so much idea. And guess what? The only technology available to do that, it was through Bluetooth. Do you recognize this thing, right? Nowadays, nowadays everyone can recognize it. But 15 years ago, it was really hard to recognize it, right? You say, doesn't matter, we want to make it. We want to make everyone switch on the Bluetooth once they step in a mall. And we start to design a machine. We call it the Blue Way machine, or we call it the Blue Way, trying to skip the part of the Bluetooth and use our related name with Bluetooth, right? And this Blue Way machine worked that way. It was set up in the middle of a mall or next to a shop. And basically, once you're approaching to the shop entry, you will see the signal to download your coupon right now. And it will give you the instruction how to switch on the Bluetooth and how to accept the ringtone with the coupon on it, right? Pretty easy. Any person can do it nowadays, right? Can press, follow the instructions, and guess what's going on. But 50 years ago, no one knew about it, but something worse happened. This is the machine we dream of. But once we start to look for a provider and a designer who can deliver this machine, guess what happened? We end up, before stopping this, we were dreaming that we are getting rich, right? Like, what can go wrong? Everybody loves ringtones. The machine is all beautiful, and everybody will understand it. And at the end, we end up with this horrendous thing. It looks like an aquarium, right? But that was the only way we managed to build a product. At that time, it was impossible to have the touching screen and all these cool features we wanted to do. But say, nothing is impossible. We have a really cool product, and we want to make it work. Even if we have an aquarium there. Because it doesn't matter the aquarium. It matters the ringtone. So we start to promote it. We start to ask people, hey, can you switch on your Bluetooth? Can you switch on your Bluetooth? Are you getting the coupons? And guess what happened? No one was actually using those coupons. They'll say, okay, early adopters, it's okay. Let's keep going on. We will still promoting the Bluetooth. We will ask one by one, asking, can you switch on your Bluetooth, please, to download your coupon? And actually, we were doing this. Suddenly, the hard truth came. We realized that not only people were confused about what Bluetooth is, but guess what? We realized as well that back then, mostly of the phones don't have Bluetooth yet. This is a technology that max 20% of the phones have it. At that time, people were still using those phones. But guess what? We were falling in love with the solution, means the ringtone, the phone, that we were just blind from the reality that people still using old phones. Again, our arrogance was so high that we falling in love with the solution, not with the problem. No Bluetooth, of course, no money, no dreams, no business. And leaving that, and part of the fuck up night things is what was the lessons behind this? I want to summarize it on only three big lessons. First of all, nobody will give you any insight or any feedback if you don't go and present it and launch it and test it. You can pitch it as many times as you want in competitions and with juries or whatever. But you know who is the real big tester, the biggest judge? The market, the client. They will give you the truth if your solution is working or not. I know, and this is the first one. The second one, even if you have a beautiful solution, you will struggle before people start to get it. Because you're a startup, right? You're an innovator, you are disrupting. Basically, you are challenging the status quo. And the status quo is this. People don't care about you, don't care about your message. They don't care about your solution. So you really need to struggle to explain it thousands of times. And the third one, and I think the most important, fail fast. We failed it really bad, actually. But I think the hardest part was that we didn't accept that we were failing. And it's so hard to accept that you're failing. It's so hard. Because we were 3 founders. And it was really uncomfortable already at some point saying, hey guys, should we give up or not? We were trying to avoid this question. We just push it and push it and push it. It was really bad, I think, not accepting your failure. And at the end, we started with a really great dream and design and everything was going on great. And we ended up with, this is the startup life in reality, right? We started up really great with a really cool design and we ended up just fooling ourselves. Just fooling ourselves. So, summarizing again these 3 laws that I just explained you, and I will explain you again because for me it's super important to understand it, is that you need to build a competitive solution, you need to talk to you need to find the right problem, and of course you need to build a powerful message. I think this slide, this is the one that you need to take home, I think so. Because this is what I convinced it will help you the most as a startup founder. And saying this as well, and I just want to close it up with one of the most takeaways that I have learned in the past years as a startup founder is that, any person can come up with an idea and make 1 million euros right now, honestly, guys. Right now we have the technology, the resources, and let's say the talent, We have a machine here who provides you with all the information we want. It's easy right now to make 1 million euros, really. You just need education and time and curiosity. But you know what is so hard right now? Right now, it's so hard trying to change 1 million persons' lives. And I'm talking about that we are living into a collapsing world. And I don't want to go into this topic because it's already so depressing and you already know it. But guys, we are consuming 3.5 Earths only in Austria. This is no way to live. This is a way of death. This is no way of living. And if I go on country by country, all the global north is just consuming 80% of the resources. And still you have totally unsatisfactory life. Guys, This is not the way to go. This is not the way of living. If you want to make business, I think so. You need to think, how can I change 1 million lives? And no, how can I make 1 million euros? Profit-driven, purpose-driven. Yes, I'm a hippie guy and I really like these kind of things. But seriously, guys, this is not a way to go. And I think we need to make this shift. Thank you so much and have a nice night.
Wow, thank you. Let's move on over here.